Welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion for another episode of The Pick, or a special episode of The Pick, International Break, everyone's favorite time of the season, not. And of course, what we're going to try to do is have some full episodes, have some fun going through while we try to get you through this trying time of Nations League and friendlies and qualifiers. So what we're going to do here, we're going to try to have a special wildcard episode. Now, we're not playing our wildcard. Most of us did that already. We're just going to show you what we think you should do if you want to do that during this international break for Game Week 8 coming up. And of course, I have a esteemed panel. We have Tottenham fan, Kevin, your Liverpool fan, Shamir, and of course, my great co-host, Antonio, the Real Madrid fan. How are you all guys going?
Not bad.
Good. Yeah.
Do you all like international break? Be real with me.
Failure.
After the last one, no. It had so many injuries in the last one. Whole team change up. Nah, not anymore.
Side. They're doing it too soon, man. They're the
Yeah.
schedule. When World Cup come next year, we're gonna pressure. So, guys, what we're gonna do? We're going to show you our method or tools that we use. Not all the tools, but just some of the tools used from the same FPL website on what we're going to pick, what we're using to pick the best team and give you the best players, the best options available. So I'll bring it up on the screen right now. So what we have up here on the screen, bring it up, right. So obviously you need goalkeepers. So we're going to run through real quickly, position by position, form, and of course, total points. So let's look at total points first. So in terms of total points, Allison, Edison, Loris, Martinez are up there. So 35 for both, for actually all three of Allison, Edison, and Loris respectively. Now, I know this kind of disputes my whole, the low-key keepers are way better. But to be fair, these guys would have gotten consistent clean sheets because of the defense in front of them. But I still hold there to my heart that you go for the low-key keepers, you'll get more points on the match day, right? But guys, you could weigh in here and let me know what you think. Premium keepers or low-key?
I would go for low-key. I mean, you save the extra 5.5 or 1 million to use elsewhere for the attacking returns. Goalkeepers, they're good for the clean sheets and some of the save points on a bad day. But other than that, the money could be used better elsewhere.
Yeah, I totally agree with Kevin. Totally.
Now, look at the difference here now with form. Now, I don't really like what they're using for form. Form is like maybe, the last 3 games or so, Kevin, probably.
Yeah,
but
it'll be like the last 3-4 games, yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of form, your top 3 are none of the premiums. Right?
Well,
I mean, unless you want to count Martinez, I mean, these prices hiked.
Yeah, I think he's a premium now.
Yeah.
Martinez,
so
premium is 5.5 and above, right? So
fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll
consider him as premium.
Fair enough. Right? Now, not too bad in terms of form, but Ramsey had 3 clean sheets recently. Now, Sa had a mad game where he got racked up 14 points because of the assists. So that's why
I think that assist help, his assist help his form go up. So
yeah,
that was a week before, so he got a lot of points, and now last week it wasn't a clean sheet. So now starting to go back down a bit in this category at least.
But a lot of you have not selected Sa, 2.6%. Yeah. Interesting. All right, so let's check the defenders real quickly. So, okay, before we move on, before we do that, sorry. So you want to pick a goalkeeper. Now, we're not picking right away. I'm just, but me personally, I will pick Raya. Raya is undroppable right now. He makes his saves. He's proven it against some big names, big strikers. For me, Raya. But who are you going for? So let me know each. Antonio, you go first. Now, who's your main keeper at least till December? Yeah, I would actually
go for Raya. I have him on one of my teams, and I have Star as well on another team. But I would pick Raya in front of him because Raya makes more saves and Brentford quicker pull away the clean sheets as opposed to Star. So yeah.
Yeah. Shamir, let's go with Shamir. Who's your main keeper?
My main keeper is actually Ramsdale. If I've been honest with you, just because Arsenal has been catching some form. They have some decent fixtures up until mid-November, I believe. Um, and also the fact that him being so lowly priced, 4.5 million, and the defense now started to click. I think he's a good value buy for the long term.
All right. Yeah. Kevin.
Right now, I have Sanchez still. Brighton hasn't really been losing by much, so he could sneak in the odd clean sheet, right? But he still has the opportunity to make saves. However, Raya with Brentford after this Chelsea game, they have a pretty green streak, I guess. Like 4 or 5 teams games after that, he could probably bring in a clean sheet as well.
Mhm.
All right.
The fixtures look better for Brentford, but I don't know. Brighton, they're a little more tested and proven over the last years, and they're performing really well this year. So I think I'll
Yeah.
stick with Sanchez right now.
All right, fair enough. All
Yeah.
right, so we'll all right. We'll look at that as we move forward. So let's check defenders real quickly. So we're looking at the defenders total points first.
Okay,
Now,
before we move on, Ben
okay, man.
Foster is another goalkeeper you had to look at. I think that's the only play in 4.0 right now. If you're
Yeah.
really strapped for cash,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I mean, there
Okay.
are some tough fixtures, but that
Yeah.
4.0 play in, that's like the lowest you could get.
No,
Well,
well,
all right.
So,
That's a great point.
actually, just to add on to that, onto him on his point, Watford actually changed managers. I know they
oh,
have
right, yeah.
the Tinker man now coaching them, Claudio Ranieri.
Yeah,
So
Ranieri.
I expect them to actually be a little more defensive than before. And actually pull probably some more points defensive wise. I think going
So
down the
probably
line.
perfect if they get a better defensive line and a 4.0
Yeah, and
keeper. That would be great.
they actually
Yeah.
signed a defender actually just today, on a free transfer. And Kulu, I think his name is a Cameroonian
Yes,
international.
yes, I saw that actually.
Yeah, so they actually done start to look to bolster that defense. So look out for them to kind of just pull some sneaky clean sheet somewhere along the season.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Should we
Great
even
insight.
mention any premium keepers at all? Or
The only
because
person worth mentioning, I think, sometimes will be Mendy.
yeah,
Mendy is the only one that
Yeah.
really makes a lot of saves out of those guys. He makes saves.
the next few games is what Brentford, Norwich, Newcastle,
Norwich.
Burnley.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
there are
yeah.
some
So now,
beautiful fixtures
clean
coming up.
sheet.
So
I'm
which was spill over
hoping,
the defenders as well. Huh?
I'm hoping against hope that Pookie could poison Mendy. Then I'll drop him. All right, so next. So let's look at the defenders real quickly. So these are your top defenders on points so far. So Cancelo, of course, because he makes it a lot of assists, he'll be up there. Alonso again. So 44 for Cancelo, 39 for Alonso. Not too bad. Diaz, who I've not dropped him since, 39. And of course, the undroppable captain of Brentford, Janssen. I look at that price difference, guys. 4.6
yeah,
compared to
yeah,
Yeah, the
6.2.
6.1
And
and
he's up
6.2.
there with the big boys. And then next is Pinnock.
yeah.
Pinnock is just riddled with injuries these past few games. So, but other than that, Pinnock and Janssen have been doing great wonders for Brentford. And I have Janssen on my team and have not dropped him since.
Get through.
I on the opposite end, I have the two expensive ones. I have Cancelo
Right.
and Alonso and Aspicolata.
Okay.
Damn.
So,
That's a
Oh
really good
shit.
back.
Okay.
That's a good back.
so that back I actually brought that in to try and compensate for Lukaku because I wasn't
Right.
bringing in Lukaku, and the defenders actually getting
Okay.
some attacking
Yeah, well,
returns
yeah.
now.
Aspi had a great game last
Yeah,
game. Yeah,
yeah,
for
he
sure.
saved my
Mm-hmm.
last game week. He saved me.
Do
So
we?
the same amount of money just for one player, I was able to bring them for defenders, clean sheets, and attacking returns.
So is it safe
Okay.
to say,
Different
guys, amongst
strategy then
your panel, so
basically.
Shamir and Antonio, is your backline consistent of these guys here or no?
Nope.
Currently, I have Janssen,
I have
Rudiger,
none of them.
Alonso.
But again, Chelsea fixtures are
I
looking so good right now. You have to look at the Chelsea defenders.
Yeah. I have none of them. When I play my wild card, I didn't have any of them. I think I put the
now,
trigger too early on my wild card.
yeah, because now you really
Yeah.
realize who is going to
Mm-hmm.
continue for a bit of a
Correct.
format. But
Yeah.
the thing is with Chelsea now, my opinion, um, that rotation.
Yeah, they get on a roulette now, yeah.
Sticky. The only sure starter is Rudiger.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
I'll be a little bit
as
now.
well
Yeah.
was doing good, but
Yeah.
when James comes back into the picture, that's the next thing. Because you had to watch Champions League football,
Yeah.
and you had to watch this.
Exactly, yeah.
And then to think about
rotation on minus,
this youth, and then this youth here for them to Chaluba. I think he coming inside as well to play that kind of right or
And I
that kind
think
of
they're
right
playing
centre
him
back
for
as
the
well.
weaker sides as well. So
Yes.
he might be a
Yeah.
cheaper Chelsea defender
Yeah.
to bring in for this
Well,
run
we
that's
said
coming up.
that in the last episode, Antonio. We discussed that. That's Tuchel. That's what Tuchel does when he's playing against these type of teams. He brings in that type of defender. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
maybe I doubt he will take the risk against Brentford away, but Norwich for sure. Chalobah
Oh yeah,
will
definitely.
Yeah.
Norwich, yeah.
Chalobah will start
Yeah, I
against
feel so,
Norwich
yeah.
for sure, and he might even
Yeah.
score. So
Yeah. I mean,
So
the games
then-
that he played, he scored us. So
True.
So then for Chelsea and for Man City, with these expensive defenders that rotated, would it be safe to fall back on a expensive keeper for them?
Now, but it depends on how you want to go with it because
Yeah.
they have like a few options that are expensive and kind of shorter play. Like Jared said, Diaz. He doesn't get dropped from the Man City side. He's a mainstay.
Yeah, so far it looks like Diaz and Cancelo
Yeah.
fixed right now.
Yeah. Well,
They
Cancelo
don't
play
have a
on the
backup
left
for
hand
that
side
Cancelo,
because because my boy in jail. So
Yeah,
well pending, but
pending.
so Cancelo and Diaz for sure starters in Man City, and I think Rudiger, rightfully said by Antonio, is a Chelsea sure starter as well. So those are the two premium players I could bank on to play majority of their team games. So that's why I kind of stay away from like premium keepers now because if you have a premium defender like Cancelo, that money is worth it now.
Right. It's like Trent Alexander. He's like a midfielder but
Yeah.
a defender at the same time.
Yeah,
So-
agreed.
There's
And-
probably 1.5 million less, but
that's it.
Yeah.
Let's
true.
look at the form real quickly. So the form doesn't change. It changed. It doesn't change the top guy so much. Cancelo has been in good form.
yeah.
Silva, all of a sudden.
Silva he had a goal 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, he had a goal. Yeah.
So
And that's why I'm saying form
that
kind
would
of
rocket him up, yeah.
the form less a bit sus in this aspect because he didn't do
Mhm.
anything last week. But Gabriel, just a few clean sheets. Rudiger,
Mhm.
Marcel, one good game and he's up here. So the form is a funny one to use when you're picking your players. I find it's a bit funny, at least for the defenders.
Yeah, especially for defenders, yeah.
Let's move on to midfielders. So we'll leave the form for now. So of course, great looking table.
Yeah.
Great looking table. Look at the top three there. Look at the top three there. Right?
There's
So
a lot
let's
of blue
start.
that is not Chelsea and is not Man City.
Yeah.
And of
Very
course,
true.
even
Very
if I
true.
press total points, let me see how much that changes. Not by much.
Not by
Not
much,
very
no.
much. Not very
Not
much. Not
much
very
at
much
all.
at all.
Ben Rama racked up his points early in the season.
Early on, yeah. So this
Yeah.
one you could actually see a little change in it.
You can see
So-
a change. So
Yeah.
I'll go back to the form because now the form with this one is a bit better to follow.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
is. More
for sure.
important for attackers.
Right. So of course, the main man, captain FPL himself, 70 points. Thousand
Ridiculous.
43 points. The Curry 43 points. Only selected by 6.3% of you guys. Nah, man. How much times do I have to say this?
If I
The
only had listened to
Corey.
Jared earlier, and bring him in,
He has only dropped one game. Same thing as Salah. One bad game. One bad game. Keep him in your team. You're sure to get some points, right? So, of course, Salah out. Then now, Sa didn't perform last 2 games, but still up there, 40 points. Not too bad. Depending on your
Mane.
position, what for the playing, right?
Yeah,
And
Mane
then
is
look at
sneaking
this.
in some goals, so Mane coming up the ranks there.
Yeah, look at this. Now, look at this. Look at the difference here. This is form. So let's go back to points real quickly. The points, total points now. Right. So total points now we have. So after Townsend, there we have Son, who is getting back into form, toting Tottenham, what
Yeah.
he normally does. Right. Mane, again scoring goals, being assisted by Salah coming up there. We talked about Salah. Look at Fernandes with 38, Gray with 36. So not too bad. Again, these guys here, Pogba and Greenwood, have scored their points in the early part,
Early games, yeah.
and they have now
actually
kind
just
of,
like Fernandez as well,
yeah,
for
but
the hat-trick in the
Fernandes
first
scored.
game week.
He assisted last weekend.
still
so
assisted
I'll
last
give him a
weekend.
Yeah.
buy.
Now,
I'll
but
give him a little
majority of
bad.
his points is from that hat trick, to be honest with you.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
correct.
that's
And
where
then
his points coming from early.
he just
Yeah.
teetered off there. All right, we could go straight to the strikers and then we can start picking a team quickly. So total points for your strikers. So Antonio up there. Again, most
Hmm.
of his points early got the suspension, but 49 points. You can't argue with that. Vardy, I find a lot of people have been sleeping on this season.
Yeah. The only person
Yeah.
I know that have him is me and Gerard right now.
Yeah, from the
I have him.
start. You,
I bought him
You brought him in?
actually.
All right, good, good.
Oh,
you
really?
poser.
Okay.
Nah, that'll count. That'll count.
I saw Lukaku blank 3 games in a row, and I realized that
Whoa.
Okay, so now
Oh,
is the time to
shit.
get Lukaku. So
yeah,
now that you sold him,
Yeah,
we could
that's
get him in now.
yeah,
you do the reverse. You do the reverse. You do the reverse.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Well,
I'm wondering
as
if
you all
that is
stated earlier
true.
too, the attacking returns coming from the defenders from Chelsea.
Oh yeah,
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 Yeah.
All
definitely,
stats
yeah.
from Chelsea from the
yeah,
defenders.
That's why I
Lukaku.
told you I went with the
Yeah.
two premium defenders from Chelsea. They actually bringing back some returns. So
Maybe Norwich, but I feel you were blank against Brentford. But that Brentford game will be a midfield battle.
Yeah,
But
It's
who
Tuchel,
we'll
Tuchel,
see.
Tuchel causing
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. No, I think Chelsea are a little stronger than
Yeah,
that.
Tuchel causing.
Yeah.
I
Jesus in
mean,
third. Not
mhm.
bad. Jesus have been doing his thing quietly too.
I was looking at that
Yeah.
as well, yeah. And he actually gained some minutes as well too,
Yeah, yeah.
like
No,
And
but
it was
he on
consistently.
the
Yeah.
contemplating it.
he on the right hand side, He actually
Yeah.
on the left hand side. Either one. He actually not playing striker. He on the either wing right now running and doing actually
Yeah.
real good.
That's Pep's genius in 100
Yeah.
inverted commas there. So Maximan, quiet-ish, but he
Mhm.
doing this thing. He doing this thing quietly. He doing this thing. He not too bad, not too inconsistent. Playing, he contributing, assisting and scoring because no Callum Wilson. So he really working his socks off.
Mhm.
Mope coming in with some
Mhm.
clutch goals once in a while. He as
Yeah.
well because a partner now. So let's see how that changes things. No Besuma, so the midfield have to fight a little bit, but they're still looking solid, Brighton.
This is
Still
looking
looking
good, yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
Tony, undroppable for me. This is me being biased. I told a certain course of mine I'm not dropping him, and he has been doing
Even for the
wonders.
fixtures that coming up again, I'm going back to the fixture sheets.
Okay,
Like
bring up fixture.
Yeah.
Vinny,
that's
Antonio, you could stick on fixtures first. That will be good to help us out as we go forward.
yeah, because Tony and I'm looking like they have it hard.
And I
Liverpool,
don't believe in
Everton,
that.
Southampton, Arsenal, Man U.
Arsenal is, you know.
Oh wait, sorry, that's Watford. Sorry.
I know that you watching it.
Yeah, that's Watford.
Yeah, but Brentford
Yeah.
and Hard not in
Okay,
the
now Brentford.
same.
Yeah, Brentford have a decent run now.
Yeah, but Brentford and Hard not in the same sentence. It's hard to play against Brentford if you want to say that. But anything else you want to
Mm-mm.
say, Brentford have hard games. Nah, I sorry for the teams that play in Brentford. No. I second with that. I tell you, I'm not dropping Ryan and Jansen. Antonio, I'm a B team. Right, so let's go into let's check form real quickly with the strikers. So this form might be real trash. Let's see.
Yeah, this one might
Might be
be.
all-
It's
might be all-
showing Vardy.
This
no,
form will be sus. All right, so Vardy, one
Yeah,
scored recently. Same
yeah, he
maximum
scored 2 goals
again.
recently.
Hey, this guy, woo, didn't even see him, but he came in late, so I can't fight him. He came in late. He didn't start the
Mm.
season. But this guy, all right, Tony Jimenez,
Jimenez
Aubameyang,
get 2
wow,
assists and a goal in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
remember what
Leave
I told
Aubameyang
you.
award one goal and he up here. That don't make sense.
Budget striker, one champ.
Wani Chan, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
Biggest regret of my life right now. I
It's-
actually sold him last weekend,
We have him on my
and
bench on
come
my
on,
face slot.
and
Yeah, I think that one was this. To have it on the bench and you can see
yeah,
it
so
right there.
only bench was that
I
because
sold
you don't
him.
have him. You don't have
I
him.
sold him. I sold him to thinking how Antonio would have been, the better
Oh
option
crap.
now.
Okay, that was
And
sorry. That was
Oh yeah, that was my same thing. I did wildcard and I actually brought in Antonio instead of him. I could
yeah,
have
I don't
kept
know,
I could have
boy.
kept Benarama and Wang Yichang,
oh
but
wow.
Yeah.
I went more expensive.
My problem is when I do the eye test for Wolves versus Brentford, right? I think it's Brentford, and Brentford's down to 10 men. Wolves throw on a set of attackers, and Wang Yi-chan was supposed to be playing as a second striker, and that's his position. That's what he plays as now, and that's he performs his best. But in that Brentford game, he was all over the place. I think Lance threw him across on the left hand side. He was running all
Yeah.
over, and he didn't look good at all. Now he looked totally out it. So I was saying that if Lange not using him correctly as second striker, I was like, oh well, if that's the case, let me take him out because Lange not using him correctly. And then this weekend come and gone, and he used him exactly how he's supposed to use him, second striker. Man come and put 2 goals, and now I looking like a fool now, boy, for selling him. So FPL is the worst. Quitting.
I know you want to say it, Antonio. Go
7 weeks
ahead.
in, 7 weeks in, and you quitting?
Yeah. Nah,
Antonio, go
I'm
ahead.
quitting, but
Because Antonio made that same point for Leicester with Iheanacho and Vardy.
yeah,
Same point. You
Like,
bring play
I've been
the
saying
two of
that
them.
you have you have a system that's working for you. You know, a player performs better. That's the system.
mm,
Why not keep it
yeah,
that way? I don't know why Leicester did that. They threw up their whole game in the beginning of the season because I feel like they could have
yeah,
more points on what they did right in the beginning.
yeah,
Because you started with you still believe in Barnes and Perez as your wings,
yeah,
and they have Vardy and stuff, and they just keep blank because once they're in the pitch, you have Vardy is invisible. You're gonna get nothing from Vardy. As soon as they get the action on top of the whistle, you have
yeah,
more presence. You see Vardy more.
yeah.
I want
I
jump
agree with
on
that.
Iheanacho one time though. That goal he got was just a mistake
No, but
on Crystal Palace side.
but I
No, we're just
thinking
saying that
what
will help
Antonio saying
Oh,
with
correct.
the Vardy train.
Yeah,
If you have Vardy, it will
yeah,
help the Vardy train once
oh yeah,
Iheanacho starts to
definitely,
play.
definitely,
It
yeah,
yeah,
will help.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the same thing with Jimenez and
Right.
Wangi
And
Chan.
Wang.
He making the exact correct. He making correct point where the system, the players have players perform better in certain systems, and just like in Yacho, Wangi Chan is a second striker now. He fits
Yeah,
that
second
role.
striker, the 4-4-2, yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't play in that role, it's harder for him to pull those points. So the fellas like
And
these players need to kind of play in the system created for them now.
I'm very as you mentioned earlier, Shamir, Claudio Ranieri is back in the Premier League and he's
Mm,
coaching coaching Watford. I am very curious to see because I mean no, it's Watford. I'm not comparing the two, but he did have Leicester. Let's say so 11 men on the field, at least 8 men were contributing to goals. So I want to see if he could eh, add that to Watford's game plan. If you could do that, so let's not
mm,
say 8, maybe 5 guys scoring from
mm.
Watford. So aside from Sa, if you have Sa and Dennis, and well, when King come back from injury and stuff like that, and have the weird guy with the key, Kucho, scoring, Watford
Yeah.
might be
I
a
think
decent team to pull some cheap assets from, right?
no, well, I interested to see how he use as his main weapon now. I'm interested to see how he use him for coming games.
Yeah, I'm upset that Joshua King get a little injury, but I hope it's not too serious because
I
that would
don't
have
think
been
so. I
good to
think if a
see.
yellow flag he have. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see.
nothing too because he
Okay.
has been assistant like boss right now. Yeah, he doing well. His whole players been working really well.
Hmm.
All right, so let's slide into the picking. So, of course, I did the hard work for you guys already. I filled in two of the most important parts within the two important midfielders. So, y'all can
Yes, the
fight
backbone, the
amongst
backbone.
yourself now and fill in the rest of the team. So, I will follow the instructions. You'll call the players and I will put the suit. So, guys, this is just a little mock up of a wild card. And we're just going to just give you guys our advice on who you should pick based on the fixtures. So, Antonio will have the fixtures up. Kevin will have form. Shamir, you will have your team up as well and give us a guide as to who you think we should put in going forward. Not just for game week
Yeah.
8, but I'm looking at maybe game week 10 or so. At least a solid team where you don't have to tinker too much unless barring some kind of unforeseen injury or anything. So we'll try our best to include some subs as well, some super subs that can at least come in for your injured players. All right, guys. So I'm rocking back. I did my work already. As you can see, we're not gonna discuss them yet. We'll talk about them when we get there. But keepers, let's go. Who wants to start first?
Well, on form, Ramsdale is on top on form. But we're looking at what?
Yeah.
A cheaper keeper, right? Ramsdale is
But he's cheap, eh? He's
4.6. Yeah, he's still cheap, yeah.
Yeah, he's still cheap.
All right. Hey, I'm just going according to what you're saying. So you're one
No,
Ramsey,
that's the
Ramsey.
one that I see in from form. But fixtures wise, I know the guy
Yeah, play
from
now.
Brentford.
Raya.
Yeah.
Raya? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Raya as well.
All right. So
No.
two cheap keepers, Raya and Ramsey. All right.
No,
Defenders.
no. The question is right. If you want
Talk to
to,
me.
this
I
way
don't
it's kind
mind
of like
dropping Ramsdale for the 4.2, for
this is
Foster,
where
just to save
I
money.
was not gonna say that. I was not gonna say that. So this is where you kind of go. Where it's gonna? Do you go rotating keepers or do you go set and forget keeper? And it's kind of go based on your tactic now, on how
Right.
you feel about playing FPL. So, like for me, I will always go set and forget and save the money, 4 million keeper, right? So if I have Raya and I know he mightn't get clean sheets right through, be getting 3 points from saves every other weekend, stuff like that. I will pick him, put my faith in him, and then buy a 4 million keeper who's not going to play. He's just there as fodder, basically, right? And that's what I did from my FPL side. And that kind of savings you could throw in here. That's the difference between getting Rudiger or Cancelo. That 0.5 million now.
Yeah, that extra point five. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's how I just move with my picking.
I agree.
What?
I do the same thing as well. I
Yeah.
tried to put
Yeah.
Foster in last game week. I only got 3 points when I had six
Yeah.
points with Sanchez on the bench. That's the rotating keepers.
I think
Yeah.
and I,
So
I think
yeah,
people get frightened by the keeper like Raya. Let's say Raya have a fixtures of like let's just say he has fixtures coming up between Liverpool, Man City,
Mm.
Tottenham, Chelsea, right? 4 fixtures like that. And then he has other fixtures afterwards. People might get frightened and say you have 4 bad fixtures, you're gonna concede a set of goals, no points from a keeper. But you could live without your keeper performing 2 points every
yeah,
weekend
yeah, yeah.
rather than having spend 6 million on a keeper like Mendy and Mendy doesn't come on keep a clean sheet 2 out of 4. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I just got it too. You kind of ride the waves now.
That
That
exactly, Shamir. You
yeah,
said
yeah,
that is my point. That is why I'm bigging up the low-key keepers more than the premium.
yeah.
Because if you're not the point of football, right? Just forget fantasy. The point of football is to score goals. So you are not going with the aim of right. My keeper's gonna keep a clean sheet for the whole. That is impossible. You're gonna get
Mm,
scored on. But the minimum you should expect from a goalkeeper in FPL at least 3 points.
3 points,
yeah,
3 points. And the
three
premiums
saves,
are
one extra
not giving
point.
you
Yeah,
that. When premiums have a bad day, they're not giving you that. They're getting you 1 point and minus for getting the goals. And not the saves, they're not making saves to cancel out,
watch
you
watch
know.
Tottenham. They get 3 goals in each game, so it was just 1 point for Laurie, unfortunately.
yeah,
So
And he has dropped form because he was making some
yeah,
good
drop.
saves in
Yeah,
the earlies.
he had three clean sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
So
doing good in the earlies. And no, but not just that, he was making saves. He was
oh yeah, he
making
was making
saves.
saves
He
too.
was
Yeah,
getting the
yeah,
save points. All right,
yeah.
so I put Foster in there. So
yeah. Put
he come like
Foster
an
and
invisible. Raya.
good.
Boom. So defenders, let's roll.
I back in the Chelsea defenders.
All right.
Yeah, their fixtures really good. They have good form from before.
Okay.
Alonso
Yeah.
was the man before, but now his place getting contested for by with Chilwell.
But
So
I
before,
remember
mm,
I,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna cut you off there, sorry, but I remember saying that Alonso is like a fire now, but he's burning hot in the start, and as season started kick on, he just kind of simmer down
yeah,
now,
but it's
Mm,
not
and that's what
Alonso's fault.
happening now.
It was the manager fault. Well, manager
No,
choice, not fault. Yeah,
well, that's the thing. That's
his
the thing,
choice.
right?
Yeah,
So I don't I really can't trust Alonso to start every game. And if I'm gonna
yeah.
spend 6 million on a defender, he have to at least have the option of starting pretty frequently
So a week or
for
two
me
ago, I
now.
would say Alonso for sure, but now it would have to
Yeah,
go to Aspi or Rudiger.
yeah,
all right.
I
Now,
agree.
before I click on either one of those guys, right? I have a dumb question. What formation are we going with? And in particular, are we playing two strikers up top or are we playing one striker up top? That is a
Two.
crucial question. And that's
Two, I would
something
say a
guys
premium and a
and a
lower
low. So we're playing
priced
what,
one. Yeah,
3-5-2?
yeah. 352 sounds good. Yeah,
So three good defenders, not the premium, but three solid defenders and two, and we move on.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So Aspi or Rudiger. As I say, I'm not debating with you guys. I'm just chucking in and helping the viewers, showing the process how we think. Whatever you all say, I click in.
I would say Aspi just because he
Aspi.
have a better chance
All right. Aspi.
for assists and goals.
All right. Next.
If we need the extra funds, we could drop him down to Rudiger.
All right. So are you doubling up? Are you gonna play two Chelsea defenders?
I for my team I
I
have,
won't.
yes.
I won't.
Right.
I have,
Good.
yeah.
Good. All right. So
I
who's
I
our
won't.
next set of defenders then?
You keeping Trent, you say,
Wow.
or Trent out? You're not
No,
sure to keep
remember
Trent.
this is for wild card, and so if you want, no, I personally, for me, I'm not dropping Trent. Honestly, Trent on my bench,
Mm.
lineman.
This is like
I'm not
everything
dropping Trent.
against my wild card. I actually dropped Trent.
Oh, wow.
because of the
I mean,
injury
no problem. I
and
just don't
their
want to wait.
fixtures. Yeah, their fixtures looking
I
kind
don't
of
want to
tough as
squash
well.
against Watford if he plays and then price hike up and then pressure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because he might play against Watford. Might.
But I have three premium
He would.
defenders. I can bring back in Trent easy-ish.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, let's
So
ignore
Yeah.
Trent for the while now. So in a Trent-free world, another two. So we need four more, but two good defenders to start in your back three.
I think I'll go Cancelo.
yeah,
All right, Cancelo.
I'll go Cancelo. I wouldn't double up on Chelsea just because it's rough, boy, to put your eggs on your basket of. If Chelsea concede, you have your defense getting no points.
That's
yeah.
what happened
If
in the Southampton game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, I did the two Chelsea guys I had one didn't play at all, so I still had that Chelsea guy. My captain
And
actually didn't play. So
Oh shit! And you're lucky
Yeah.
because you had Aspie, right?
yeah,
He
Aspie came in.
he
Yeah,
come and score. So you got the points from that.
yeah.
All right.
But
I
that's
was
that
double
with the
up.
double up that on a rotating squad,
Right.
you kind of guarantee yourself one person to play as well.
Fair
But
enough.
that's actually
True.
playing the clean
Yeah.
sheet.
But you could afford to once you could afford that double up
Once you can
player
afford it,
because
yeah.
yeah.
So
I actually thinking the next pick should be somebody budget, Go
so we
straight
have
down
Janssen.
to
two
yeah.
budgets that are really good, two or three.
Janssen for sure.
I was even thinking about even lower budget than that. Talking
Yeah,
about
I was
4
thinking,
million.
I was
I was
thinking
thinking about Livermore.
Livermore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starter?
Not as a starter. Just
No,
to
but
fill
he's
it.
a sure person to jump in. So
He is a good rotating defender because he is starting for Southampton pretty often now. And
not even rotating, you can put him in first on your substitute bench and he coming
yeah,
in. So
yeah, agreed.
So
And
Livermore.
yeah, I'll pick him.
yeah.
All right.
I'll pick him.
Livermore.
Duffy
Right.
was the other one I would have. He was a
Who was the other
4.3.
one?
Duffy? Not Duffy.
Duffy.
Yeah, it's
All
Duffy.
right.
4.3?
Duffy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Duffy.
yeah.
All right. I'm
But
listening.
Duffy, right? With Lamptey
Yeah,
coming back, right?
it have a few returners, yeah.
It has option of Duffy actually not playing, right? So it's kind of depending on if Graham Potter picking Duffy still, or if he going back to Lamptey soon now.
Right.
Too
That's remains
soon.
to be seen.
It-
It's too soon now, but
Too soon. Yeah. We
long
have a few games
long
left.
term,
We have a few games. We
yeah,
have a few games.
long term is a sticky situation.
But I
Yeah,
think those are
but
the two playing 4-point low defenders
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
I
I
see
agree.
Williams didn't play in the last game and they actually got a clean sheet. So I
I
don't know if
think
that's bad for Williams now. So
I think he's a waste of money to be honest. If he could
yeah.
afford the 4.2, go Livermore because just because he's a short starter,
hmm
and that's not
Right.
on the side of
And he
actually doing good.
picking up the assist and
Yeah.
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 pulling the fouls as well
And
in the
one more.
box. Something
Um,
mid range.
Something good for the bench
Yeah.
because who you starting? You starting Aspie, Cancelo, Duffy, or Aspie, Cancelo, Livermore?
to be honest with you, if you could afford a next mid-range defender, I'll go Aspie, Cancelo, the mid-range defender, and then Livermento's are rotating, depending on fixtures.
Who have
So
a next good set of fixtures coming up?
so
What
Aspie,
Wolves?
Cancelo, Janssen, Aspie, Cancelo, Cash, Aspie, Cancelo, Target,
Janssen might be Brentford. Not too bad, you know.
or
Actually,
Yeah,
next
Aspie,
maybe
Cancelo, Regulon.
You
I actually
could
thinking
go for Everton defender.
Nah, you
But
can't
they
go.
could
No. But Everton hasn't keep any clean sheets for the
Nah,
thing so
yeah,
far.
as much
Digny
as
has
I
been
love Everton
disappointing.
players, I wouldn't pick
Yeah.
Everton defenders. Nah.
I
Defenders
actually
now.
was thinking
Everyone started with
Tierney.
Lucas, but didn't yeah?
I was thinking
Digne.
Tierney. I was thinking
Yeah.
Tierney from Arsenal to be honest with you, But
Who, like
I know he's not.
Tomayasu or something?
But
No, I
Tomayasu,
Tierney. No,
Tomayasu is alright.
I think in Tierney, actual Tierney,
yeah,
Kieran Tierney. Yeah, Tierney
Tierney.
over there. Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because Arsenal keeping clean sheets. He has a wonderful left foot now, and once he fit, he will do good. He should be a starter for Arsenal, and Arsenal does have some good fixtures, so he could be a nice little mid-range pick for now, and then he could rotate him out for when the fixtures turn
Alright,
tide
hey,
again.
so
alright.
me personally,
I'm
I
not here
was
to contest it. If you say so, it's so. All right,
me
guys.
personally, I was going for Janssen.
Yeah, me
Only
too. I
because
would
Janssen,
have.
yeah,
if
Janssen
you're
been side
looking,
a long time.
only because of the I like to gamble on the double up sometimes. Like how Raya is the keeper.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree too.
Captain.
Yeah,
Brentford is like if they get clean sheets, they are playing good. They are defensive team. Next game probably not because they're playing against Chelsea, but Janssen is always in play and he's the assist.
Yeah,
Raya does
it's
get
true,
plenty saves. They show you get points either way. For
Yeah.
a player that's 4.6. So
But
Yeah, I
we
agree.
we
I
we're
agree.
now seeing that how we're now seeing Raya.
Are you all seeing this?
How much clean sheets? Clean sheets.
We don't care about
exactly.
clean sheets.
Now
Look
Yeah,
at
watch
the
that,
points.
right?
clean
No
sheets.
clean sheet. Now
6,
look at this point.
9, 7.
Right.
When they lost to Brighton, 2 points. 5 from against Wolves. 4 points against Liverpool. 5
Mhm.
points against West Ham.
Yeah,
Janssen
yeah,
is
yeah.
on job. He had one bad game and still got
Yeah,
2
yeah, one
points.
bad game, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think what the double up is different for a keeper defender versus a
Yeah,
keeper
keeper defenders are
a little
a
different
keeper
than a
midfield, a keeper
defender.
striker, yeah.
Yeah, so the double up on a keeper defender is not bad. And
Oh, I
I
actually think it's a little bad.
I mean again it's kind of dependent on who and the players
Yeah,
you're picking
because
as well
one
now.
goal and that's
Yeah,
8 points lost there one time.
But
yeah,
again, you have to look at who it is. Now, I was
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
Kevin this off air,
yeah,
and I mentioned it in the last episode, the
yeah.
review episode. I think the best low-key double up, because people talk about the Chelsea double up right now for October. The best low-key double up is Raya Jansen. If Pinnock was
Actually,
fit,
yeah,
I
I
say
actually like
Ryan
Janssen
Pinnock.
instead of Tierney there.
Now,
So
the
Yeah.
reason I say this, they amassed 8 points between themselves last game week, right? Now, with Raya, you're getting those save points, you're
you're getting
getting
save
those,
points, yeah.
and with
Yeah.
Janssen, you're getting the assist. Now, I can't guarantee, of course, every game week you're getting an assist, but almost every game week, just one game week he didn't assist. One out of 7 games so far, this man didn't assist just once. So every game he's either scoring or assisting. So and way more than his midfielders, way more, which is
Yeah, yeah.
weird, right? Way more
Yeah,
than
yeah,
Canos
yeah.
and these guys.
And
Canos
after
was
the Chelsea
invisible
game,
until last week.
Brentford actually home and they're playing against Leicester.
Yeah, unless they're leaking so
Food.
much, yeah.
Then they are playing Burnley and Norwich.
Food.
So the points looking like, you know,
Yeah, no, I
it
agree.
could
I
happen.
agree.
Clean sheets look like it could happen. Because you have
So
Burnley
yeah,
and Norwich. I'm not firing.
Leicester, he's scoring on assistant against Leicester, and then he could get clean sheets in the next two.
So we drop in Tierney and playing Janssen, or we leave
Yeah,
it?
you save a point tree
And
there
we
as
save
well
a
too.
few, we save a few
Yeah.
coins. All right.
I'll go the majority, but I mean the Tierney pick is a decent pick for now, eh?
Yeah.
That's in my opinion.
I think
But
he's a little more
for him,
potential than actual proven. This
Yeah,
Johnson a
no,
little more
agreed.
proven right now.
Agreed,
So,
agreed.
Yeah.
In terms of
Yeah.
form and stuff, I agree.
Yeah.
now,
All right. So
Arsenal,
let's start.
to be very honest with you,
Midfielders.
Arsenal
So
got
we're
last
gonna
week.
start with who I pre-picked, or we gonna fill in first, come to them, what you want to do?
I find you should tell me why you picked Ducouré and Salah, just to remind the fellas that as to why I picked them. Just
Well, we don't
remind
need to
them.
go Salah. We know Salah. Salah is Salah.
Right,
No, but study
Salah.
how I saw a stat on Twitter the other day, right?
Uh-huh.
In the last, I think, 4 season FPL, this is Salah's highest returning FPL season to date at this
Yeah.
point in time. In the last few seasons, he was returning like 40, 40, 50. The season when he broke FPL records, I think when he had scored the most amount of points or something like that, he was on 50 something points after 7 game weeks. He's on 70 after 8.
Yeah.
He on track. If you
7 after 70, that's 10 points a game he
Yeah.
making.
exactly. So he on track to score 300 plus
100
points,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy.
In a season. That's absolutely crazy. So now, what I was talking to some friends about is that he could be possibly a permanent captain in
Yes.
FPL.
Well,
If we had
pick-
captain him, no,
we're gonna
right?
talk
We would
about
have beat some people. Like his points alone can
Exactly.
beat a few teams.
Exactly.
So
So I think
140 points.
my strategy now is maybe pick Salah as captain every
Every
game
week.
week.
Yeah.
Just because he looks like as though he has a point to prove. I don't know who he's trying to prove because I already find he's the best one of the best forwards in the league. I don't know who he's trying to prove what. He's trying to win Ballon d'Or or what, but he looked like he have a point to prove. And I hate fit as a Liverpool supporter. I hate fit.
Klopp has him in his fantasy as well.
I feel so. I feel he have him. I feel he's his own captain in fantasy
Yeah,
as
for
well.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure. He takes it seriously.
I think so.
Now, all right. I don't want. I mean, fine. It's an international break. We can rock back and talk, right? You mentioned something I wanted to talk about at the end of the picks, but your permanent captain for the rest of the season. I think Salah as captain can guarantee you green arrows weekly. He could be the difference. He could fully out of the trenches. Because if you're saying 10 points a game week, now that's just base 10. When you captain him, that's 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because if he makes on average, he made what 13 points base last weekend. So
Yeah.
if he does that for at least next 2-3 games, that's 26 points you're making from one player alone. And then when the Curry obviously comes in with his points as well, when Raya, Jansen, you get clean sheet from Aspi, let's say you get clean sheet and assist from Cancelo, and then whoever we put in as the midfielders and strikers, if you have Vardy and Antonio up top, just say no Vardy, Ronaldo, and these guys coming with their points, my word. Or even on a bad day, let's say he just assists alone, right? So that's what, like 5-6 points. So let's say he
Yeah,
makes
like
12
5 points,
points there,
yeah.
right? Because the captain.
Yeah.
And your other guys around you performing. So
Mhm,
yeah, I
mhm.
think I agree with you. I think if you captain Salah, I think he will genuinely drag you to those green arrows that you're looking for. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's also a
Yeah.
very safe way to play as well too, because
Yeah.
61% of people own him. The next one is what, 40 something, 45 was
I think that's
Ronaldo and
Ronaldo.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
but
crazy. That's crazy.
61% own. So once you
Yeah.
captain
That's
him, that means
crazy.
you ensure and you have the same points as everybody else,
Yeah.
plus the little extra.
Yeah.
It's like
So
You'll
having
be in the race.
yes, actually having like a sixth
yeah.
midfielder on your team right now, or a 12th man on your team.
And
Well,
I saw a really mad stat where I don't wanna misquote it too much, but it was very interesting where there's the gap between 500,000 and 50,000 is not that far off.
is
No, it's not. No, it's
I
not.
could tell you how much is actually. No, I'll tell you. Hold on.
Right, bring it up.
I'll tell you. So
Right. So while we
Yeah.
doing that, so tell me guys, midfielders, let me hear you.
There's one guy looking at, but it might mess up your forwards. Embremo. I find he's playing a little more higher up than Tony. No, we already have two Brentford guys on the team though. So I don't know how you want to look at that one.
just to go back onto the point between
Yes, of
50k
course, bring it
and
up.
500k, is about 38 points difference right now. Approximately 38 points difference between 50,000 and 500,000.
You see?
Yeah,
And right
38
now,
points.
yeah, I'm in the 500,000 bracket right now, Lyman. So
Okay.
and I'm looking forward to another weekend like last weekend where all the big boys who are the Ronaldos and Lukaku's captain and whatnot, and you could jump them and catch them. So yeah,
So
because
I feel like this weekend, when say everybody get reality check and they realize they're going to captain Salah. So I feel like majority of FPL players, they are going to captain
Yeah.
Salah. So now you have to
Yeah.
find a way to gain points outside of Salah.
Yeah.
So that's what I guess.
Well,
and that's
the
it.
next thing I wanted to point out is that some heavy hardcore FPL players is consider a stat called EO, right? Effective ownership. I
Yeah,
don't know if
that's
you
where you
ever
look at the percentage owners and
correct, right?
yeah.
So and I'm not sure of what it is that um if you have Salah, 60% of the FPL managers Salah, right? Captain him wouldn't effectively give you a green arrow compared to captaining Lukaku for a weekend and him performing. That effective ownership for Lukaku would bring you a higher return of a green arrow compared to Salah getting the captain and scoring and getting that green arrow. So the effective ownership is a kind of funny thing too, where you're kind of playing the odds now
Yeah.
of who to pick and how to pick and picking a wild card captain instead of the norm. So you could kind of beat the normal odds and get a bigger return on your in your FPL side now. So for like players that are looking to play like that, it's good to know that Salah is going to be a lot of people permanent captain. So you know how to decide: are you going the safe route or are you going to play the risky and sort of pick out the captain?
You play that when you're on top of your league and you're trying to stay on top of your league.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I
Yes.
agree too. I agree
Yes.
too. I agree
Yes.
too.
Yes, Kevin. Yes,
I agree
man.
too.
Yes,
I agree
Kevin.
too.
Yes. I'm also on top of A League as well. A very important league. I knock off a certain Tottenham person. So
This one is on top of your league. So
yeah. He was bad talking Everton, so I had to rough him. He was bad talking the Korean thing, so I had to knock him off on top. Well, all right. So, but that's no the only counter, because they know me, I like to throw, I like to counter. I think because I have not been stung by this so far. I think captaining Vardy as well is not a bad shout because a lot of people are sleeping on Vardy, and the one-off time, the one it might not happen for a while, but the one-off time that Salah slipped, Vardy's not a bad option because Vardy's had what, one or two bad games, if so much. Vardy has been, and I mean, for the man, he scored a mad hat trick. He scored a own goal and then cancel out the own goal with a
Yeah,
brace.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
beyond that's beyond mad. Oh. That's beyond mad. No,
yeah.
and even in a bad Leicester team, because the Leicester defense is deplorable right now.
They're missing for fun
Deplorable. And he
badly.
has been coming with the goals. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you'll think about that. It's not a bad choice. But I mean, obviously, yes, Salah is the main only choice right now, the best choice for captain.
Yeah.
Right? So
Vardy's a good shout. Good shout.
we agree with Mbuemo or too much Brentford players. What we doing?
It really depends if you want Tony. So
Oh, no.
I actually might go in Bueno, 5.5 million. Who are the options, boy? Well, looking to see again. What you looking to have your team as? Do you want the next premium in midfield, or are you trying to get a premium in attack? And which premium you're going for attack? Because remember you're trying to spread your money across the board.
are we looking at?
If you're trying to get Lukaku or Ronaldo, right? That's 12 million out of your bank one time, right? Less money to spend towards a premium in midfield. So you're trying to spread your money. You're trying to make sure you spread your money accordingly. So I'm not too sure what you're thinking about in terms of striker wise. If you're trying to go budget
Well, then,
strikers
okay. Well,
and
let's do
premium
that first
midfield,
because you don't have to do it in order. I don't pick in order. I pick,
yeah,
and Philly.
yeah,
So we could do that
me
and
too,
then see how the budget looking. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense. Because by the time you pick two big strikers, you're down to 28 already. 20
exactly what I'm trying to
something.
say.
Right. So we have two big strikers then, right? It's Ronaldo versus what's his name, Lukaku.
Lukaku,
And Lukaku have like an awesome
I I
set
don't know,
of
but
games coming up in front of him.
I'll go Lukaku for this wrongs just because of the
Now,
fixtures.
with the same money, there's just right below them, there's Vardy, which everybody looking past. So Vardy and Son is 2.0 less than both of them. That is also an option to just drop and save a little money as well.
It depends if you're trying to go if you're trying to go again. It depends on how you're trying to set up your team. Premium up top or premium in midfield. So I don't know how you're thinking, but I am. If I have to pick a striker, premium striker, I'll go Lukaku. Just because his fixtures are phenomenal for the next 5-6 game weeks easily.
So let me stop here. Sorry, Shamir. So you're picking Lukaku just because of the fixtures.
Not and I don't even think I'm even looking at form right now, looking at fixtures and pedigree alone now. Because
And also, we
he
should double up on Chelsea for these fixtures. One
yeah,
defender, one striker is not bad.
yeah.
All right.
Just
Well,
well, because of pedigree, because remember he's a proven Premier League player as well, right?
I'm not
And
saying no, but that Southampton game scared me, and the two other games scared
But
me.
the goal they scored was a penalty, yeah? So
Right. But no,
yeah.
what I'm saying is he only rough up us now.
you only for personally.
No, because I think it's the tactics he was playing at the Arsenal game, and then Arsenal played into Chelsea's tactics as well. So I looking at Lukaku. If he doesn't perform within the 2 weeks of the beautiful run of fixtures, then I'll take him out.
Yeah, I agree. If
Yeah,
he doesn't form in maybe next game, I will take him out as well.
yeah, because I mean you could bank your 2 transfers to swap him out for a Vardy or Ronaldo or whatever you want, right? And spend the money into midfield afterwards. But you don't want to miss these couple fixtures coming in, and he does catch form because he could cause some damage in the next 5-6 fixtures.
But you don't find it alarming when you watch a scoreline of 3-0, 3-1, and he was not a part of that?
Yes and no, because it comes in like if he if the tactics not playing towards him, he won't return, right?
Yeah, and
If you
that
know what I mean.
alarming because it
So
seems like
yes and no because
if Mount not performing, he not scoring. That's what it seems like to me, and that real alarming.
right. So that comes to the next point I wanted to bring up. Vardy and Son, both of them are like the talisman for their teams.
Mm-hmm.
Lukaku isn't the talisman for Chelsea. They have options.
Not yet,
They
right?
have
He's not
options in the
talisman yet, right?
defenders. They have options in midfield, but he's not the only striker, the only person that could give goals. Right now, Tottenham,
Yeah.
the only way they can get a goal is Son, and Leicester obviously only is Vardy.
Yeah.
So
True.
Yeah, but they are two different two different beasts. Son drives, not saying Lukaku don't drive, but Son drives, and Vardy is just find the spaces. Any chance, half a chance, but Lukaku seems like I know he contested it the other day. Some article he was saying he's not that kind of striker. He don't like being put as that kind of striker, but clearly he is.
yeah, they had an article softening it and prettying it
Yeah.
up, saying now he's a team player now, so he not only scoring the goals, he letting other
Yeah.
people score the goals. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
don't want
know. I
that.
don't know.
No,
I
you
don't know.
don't
I
want
don't know.
that. Yeah.
You don't want that in FPL. You want that for Chelsea as a club, yeah, but you don't want that for
Yeah.
FPL.
Agreed,
Right,
agreed,
hear him
agreed.
out. Yeah, man. Okay, I fine. Yeah, that kind of striker. Right? But look at Joshua King, right? King not scoring, but what he doing? Assisting.
True.
You're not
Yeah,
even getting
yeah.
that from Lukaku.
My thing is, so I don't know if I too soft-hearted for players like premium players, because my thing is that he not assisting or scoring yet,
And it's
and
also
run a fix.
FOMO as well. If you're
Yeah,
missing out of the points
yeah,
as well too.
exactly,
So
exactly, because the kind of fixtures he have and the kind of player he is, he could go on a run of fixtures for these fixtures.
it had
So I,
Ronaldo FOMO when Ronaldo now started the game, and now it have a Lukaku FOMO with this
yeah,
fixture.
exactly. So
So
it depends if you want to. I don't know. Personally, I have him just to see how he
I don't
does
have him. I still have Ronaldo.
for the
Unfortunately.
for the few fixtures. But I mean, I would be okay with not having him if you're looking to set up your side to make up for the downfall of missing out on him. So if you have the Vardy, the Antonio, you have Jimenez, or you have Maximan as your front three, you're not going to miss him as much because those are fellas are returning to make up the points that he could be scoring as well now.
So we could replace him for Vardy and Antonio.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so who's
Yeah.
the next striker? We checking Ronaldo?
Nah,
Nah.
Who?
unfortunately, nah, boy. Not for this wild card.
I would check in Jesus. You know.
Good shout. How his fixtures looking? Good.
Say that again, Antonio. You pick who? No, serious thing. I didn't hear.
I would check in Jesus.
All right. No, that's a good, but that's a great shout.
They are playing Burnley next on Man City.
That's a real good shout. 8.6. That's not bad at all.
Just to build on Antonio's point, I think for the last 3 seasons, City has beaten Burnley 5-0 each game in those seasons. So Burnley's their whipping boys now, boy. So
But again, is that rotation? That rotation for
Nah,
8.6.
I don't think he'll rotate out Jesus. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because
You
We
trying
said
to
about
give me mind
Ferran
of
Torres in the beginning. Yeah. And
I'll
now
call
Ferran
Pep
Torres
and
not
Theo
there,
going
and now
out
he
there.
there.
I'll call Pep and Theo going if you're gonna play Jesus or not.
I don't feel he would rotate Jesus.
I'm more looking at well then again you have to think about Foden. How Foden going to play back into this team.
Well, look again with and as he played them, he's just on one side, put on the next side.
Aston, if you're gonna play Foden as a 8 or as a winger. Like how you play Foden as a winger against Liverpool. I wonder.
Well, you might play him up top and Jesus on the wing.
Oh, as a false 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could do
he
that
might
too.
do that.
He could do
Especially
that
now
too.
that this boy back, De Bruyne and all that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you
FPL,
see?
yes.
Thinking
FPL, yeah.
about trying to think like Pep is the worst. Why?
Yeah.
I'm usually
Yeah.
best way. Not me.
And well, he has plenty quality, so it is difficult for him. So
No,
he have
no,
options.
no,
He have
no, no.
options. He
It's
has
not
options.
difficult at all. He makes it difficult. He overthinks. It's not. It's really not difficult. Right?
The last striker, cheapest striker, or
Yeah, cheapest. It even had a
so
well, up to
Wang
you all. I
Chang
know.
or Tony.
Yeah,
One of
Wang,
those two.
yeah, Tony, yeah, Edward, Cookie.
Yeah, they could also look at the fixtures. They could look at Armstrong as well, but that might be a bit of a call from
He
Southampton.
expensive.
6 million now, that
6 million.
expensive, you know.
Hey, that pricey, right?
Tony 6.3.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Honestly, I would not pick
Southampton.
Tony. Not
Yeah.
something not bad. So fine, Armstrong, bad, not bad. Because you put him on the bench if he come on and do something.
Yeah, if he come on, but if you really want to see the money, Wang Chang a little cheaper. You get 5 points.
Yeah, but to bench him and he score, you cry. I rather Armstrong score and like,
No, but even though he was on your bench and he scored like that, people buying him, you make a little 0.1 in your bank.
Southampton have 5 good fixtures from now till game week 12.
Yeah, but J-Roll Pro's not in the next game, huh?
Yeah, true. He ran red carded here.
Yeah, he red card. That's the
Yeah,
only thing not bad for them.
And
Southampton.
Oleoke we're not picking Antonio at all. Oleoke we're missing out on
I
Antonio.
brought in Antonio, but I don't know.
No,
I'm looking at him.
I think Antonio should be here, but I go with what you all say. Eh?
Because
and
I mean
you all agree
Antonio
on
cheap, you know.
2 on top though.
yeah, we did
Antonio's
agree
8 million now, huh?
we did agree on 2 on top. That's true, we did.
Yeah.
If we go in Jesus, we can't go
So what you
Antonio.
want to do 3-4-3 or 3-5 and you put
I
in
mean I mean it depends on if you fix your formation too, eh? So if you're going 3-4-3, you could save that money and buy a 4.5 million
Well,
midfielder.
let's see how the midfield going, and if there's anything, we could downgrade some people.
all right. So midfielders, let me see. So we have 22
So-
left.
Because
Alright.
I actually find the midfielders kind of drop off in quality compared to the beginning. Other than Salah and those guys.
You could probably chuck in Son if you want, and you have 10 left for
Son.
two other mids, or you cheap it up. You have the Korean Salah already, and you bring in
Right.
some cheap solid men.
Or the other cheap ones are more Everton men, but I don't think you want to double up on Everton midfield, right?
Nah,
You had to go-
I
you had to
mean,
go
you have
Rafinha.
Rafinha. We banking on Rafinha or no?
Rafinha's
I
the only
back-
one playing.
I
I
back
have
in, I
him.
back in
I'm
him,
good
I
with
back
him.
in him.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
back in him as
Rafinha.
well.
So 15.4 left for two midfielders. You could chuck in Son, and then you get, I don't know, who's a decent, who's a 5.4, eh?
Honestly speaking, I might go Saka, you know, from Arsenal.
All right. Well, all right.
I just thinking as an option. I don't know what I think, right? But
I don't know. I have in
Is that
second thoughts on
unanimous,
Arsenal now, though.
Antonio? You agree?
I have in second thoughts on Arsenal again now.
Yeah, I have 5 thoughts on Arsenal. You have second.
Yeah.
I have real thoughts.
As I said, that last game I watched with Arsenal for Brighton could have scored so many times in a stream.
yeah, true.
I don't really back
Arsenal players at all.
Arsenal players right now. They are the team that come clutch at the end of the season. They will sort of fight like crazy, and that's why I like to pick Arsenal. But
Okay.
now, right now, no. Ramsdale, I'm actually gamble on because they're a team that likes to gamble, and they will take a lot of shots in, but I don't really see them.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
For me, that's tough. I can't put Saka on my team. That money I could put out somewhere else for players and they can perform and do better.
So then, okay, cool. I understand.
Yeah.
What about Ben Rama? We know Ben Rama again.
He kind of fallen off. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's a nice cheap alternative to Antonio.
Yeah.
It's like 2.0 less,
Oh,
but
what Fornals? We forgetting Fornals.
it have
as I
Fornals
told
and Bowen. They are just kind of
Yeah.
almost good, almost not. The three players I looking at is Son, Mbeumo, and a shout Jones from Liverpool because he kind of cheap as well.
Yeah. Jones is a great shout.
I think you have to double up on Liverpool for sure.
Yeah, true.
Like,
No, but a 5.0 playing
No, but-
midfielder for Liverpool. I mean, that's
I
kind of
think
hard to
I think
But
But
I
Jones
think
scored and assisted in last 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
last two
think-
games, yeah.
I think until my boy not fit Thiago, I think Jones could be a good placeholder for a while.
Yeah. So Jones, we
Yeah,
could get some
fine.
and we have a good budget there still. We still have 10.4 in the
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
you
could
could
go.
bring in Son.
we
Yeah.
can bring in Son, or we
Yeah.
could upgrade Armstrong.
Yeah, we could drop Armstrong and get some. Yeah.
You could
yeah.
still upgrade Armstrong, you know, with
Right.
his son, and you had the money to buy Tony.
Okay, so Armstrong could go to Antonio, and then we still have like about 8 point something, I think.
Yeah, but then so then you're playing the 3-4-3.
Yeah, then there's probably
Okay.
3-4-3.
Okay.
All right,
All
let's
right,
see.
Antonio, and see how much we have left.
Antonio.
8.7. Who
I
gets
still have
sliding
8.7,
in?
which is still plenty.
Oh, you don't
So
want
if you
to
want-
go triple on Man City? That's too risky, or the rotation.
Lanzini.
Yeah. Nah, I think any triple on City now, boy. In terms of Foden or even Ferran Torres, but it's probably too risky because of Pep.
Hey, up to you all, you know.
What about Gallagher?
But then you have so much money remaining, you know. If you go
And then
Gallagher.
you could bring Jesus up to Vardy if you really want.
No, well,
Gallagher is
okay.
5.7.
Let me throw a spanner in the works here. What was
Yeah.
Zaha? They playing
I was watching
Arsenal, and Zaha
Zaha as
love
well.
to
Yeah.
score against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to gamble on a 6.9 million midfielder.
Zaha does
As
always
a
disappoint his owners. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well,
yeah,
right.
Like,
No,
I
I just bring it up. I just bring
yeah
it up. He's not so
he
consistent. Yeah.
yeah I don't trust him anymore. Um,
If it's up to me, I double up on the Everton.
and go Townsend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
have
what?
back
Not
for
great. You find Gray a little more attacking,
nah boy
I'm
Townsend
not saying
actually
no,
more.
but the way Townsend playing right now,
Yeah,
boy,
he's playing a little more
but
and you know I love
defensive.
right.
Gray.
So we were talking about this earlier. When DCL and Richarlison come back in,
Who
who
dropping? Who
would
Look
dropping
sub
at
off?
for?
look at Mark now. That's not so.
Say again?
I think this year come back just now. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah, soon.
Townsend or would it be Townsend, Gray, or Jukuri that's suffering? Because one of them will have to either drop back.
Ducouré won't suffer in terms of starting minutes. He might suffer positionally
Right.
in terms of reaching the box a little more. It's really a toss up between Townsend and Gray to
Yeah.
have a fight between those for the Richarlison spot and
Yeah,
that DCL spot.
Yeah. That's my little concern with
Yeah,
doubling up on
same
Everton
here,
right now.
fair
same
enough.
here.
All
Well, I
right.
mean, you could double on it right now
Yeah,
and
you get
then
doubling
look to
now. But if you're looking for
and
3 4
then look
weeks,
to
you don't want too much
yeah
transfers to be
Uh,
happening.
yeah.
all right. What about the elephant in the room? We ain't talk about Grealish. We ain't talk about Trossard. What about those guys?
Um,
Grealish,
Grealish
he's
now,
fallen off.
boy.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
falling off.
consistent though. He's consistently playing though.
Yeah, but
You're not bringing
now
back
that
the
Foden,
points.
now that Foden back and Pepper gave him the roulette, I don't think he might play as much as you expect him to play. Eh?
Okay, that's a bold one.
That's what I thinking, but I'm not too sure. 'Cause you never know. You never know with Pep.
Exactly. All right. So
Um,
As I said,
who we
I
rounding
was
off with
doubling up.
then?
I was doubling up Liverpool, so I'll go Jones Jota. Either one. Jota looking like he started either way
Jones
when
or
Firmino
Jota.
playing the news.
But we already have two.
Yeah, we don't double up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
done
already
double
double
up
up on
on
the
it. Yeah.
Jones,
Oh
so
yeah,
we're
okay.
looking for
Yeah.
one more. Yeah, we're looking for one more. Um,
Who have the nice fixtures? I mean, Chelsea don't have any decent midfielders
now
or
Chelsea midfielders
consistent
beside
defense midfielders.
Mount.
Kovacic
I mean,
playing decent, but and he's cheap as well. But it's not much.
I. Hmm.
all
You
I
know,
don't
all of
know,
us
boy. I
stuck
don't
on
know.
this one.
Gallagher really mightn't be a bad shout, eh?
It'll be
Crystal
Gallagher or
Palace.
Saka. Gallagher or Saka, one of those two.
Remember, so what you thinking? What we thinking, right? Is that if you get 3-4-3, right? Right? Our starting midfield is it Joe and Salah, Doucouré, Rafinha, and the fifth midfielder could be a nice placeholder rotation
Well,
because
if
they're
we're
playing three
doing
at top,
that,
right?
then you could just throw anybody in that. Yeah, you could throw
Yeah.
Trossard,
Yeah, but
Tillemans,
you could,
Suchek.
well, right? So you could throw that, but then what I thinking also is that throwing somebody who you know will be a good solid returner, and then invest a little more either in the defense, right? So let's say upgrade Livramento or Janssen, that next premium defender, right? And then or even self upgrade Antonio
Yeah,
to
we could
Barney,
upgrade Duffy if Duffy's song in
right?
a little sketch now.
Yeah.
Right? Or even self saving
Yeah.
money in the bank and then bank your transfers later on to then move across your players as form permits now. So looking at fixtures, I think Embueno might be bad as a fifth or Canos as a fifth placeholder, right? And then you swap them out for when fixtures get shitty and you have the money in the bank now.
Yeah.
But again, it's
I
depending on how you're thinking about it.
well, okay. If we're doing that, why not? What wrong with Sa? What wrong with Anderson?
So
Or even
No, that's the
fixtures
just
thing.
looking difficult, yeah.
I know that, but
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with them, So nothing wrong with them because I mean you're basically banking on them just coming in to just to play a few minutes to play on a hard fixture day for your four main midfielders. Like let me say Liverpool coming up against a Tottenham, right? I don't want to play Jones as the fourth midfielder. Your fifth midfielder would then come in to replace him to get minutes. So you
Hmm.
don't want to pick somebody who who's he looking for, boy? who not going to play now. You want to pick somebody
Yeah,
who going to
yeah.
play, who not really expensive, and will return some points as well.
All right. Well, what Ellen you see from Southampton?
He actually played decent, you know. He came in late, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or I'll go for the super sub himself. Go for Wissa and then yes, and end the convo there.
I was not. He fighting the memo for minutes, you know. So I mean, if Mbeumo and him keep doing what they're doing and switching minutes up, he might be a might be a bad fixture fifth pick, you know.
and we avoided Manu players, or we have a few
I
Manu
mean
players, but
Man, who?
the only person
Manu,
I could think about is
Greenwood or
Pogba, you
Pogba.
know.
Yeah.
No,
That's
if
the only
no,
person I could think about.
yeah, if you're picking Greenwood, then now that
Greenwood
change the
not
whole
looking.
formation. You can't Greenwood's
Yeah,
not a bench
we
player.
can't really bench him, yeah.
I will definitely start Greenwood.
Yeah, but then
Lingard,
and Pogba as
Lingard,
well, right?
what about Lingard?
Nah, too expensive. Too expensive to gamble as a
Have on
fifth
the
player.
bench, exactly.
Yeah, too expensive. I would say go player selection, go all right for the view. Pick all midfielders and then go on your price course and pick anything between under 6 million and see who you come up with.
Saka will be the first. Saka will be the first. 6.3.
Yeah, anything
Zaha
about under
6.9.
6.5. Yeah, anything under and pick like under 7 or 6.5 million, and you could see the players who budgety and then you can kind of move from there now. So that's why I kind of pick my side too, like this. So if I watching it, I could say, well, maybe Gallagher or 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 Kovac itself, right? Even him, 5.2. He might start almost all the games. He's a good
How about
rotational midfielder for now. Now,
downgrade Lukaku to Vardy, and then we could get Son as well. So you have Vardy and Son.
that's what I did for my fantasy. I
that's
downgraded
not bad
Lukaku
either. You
for
know, thinking
Vardy and
about
I
it.
brought in Son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what I
that's not
say.
bad either.
Son and Vardy is that little catchment right below the premiums, like the really
And
expensive
as we was
ones.
talking about earlier, right? In terms of
Yeah.
if you're not going premium, you're picking players who you're going to
And
have
those
faith
two
in to
are
make up the
those two
downfall
are
now.
talisman for their teams as well. So they know they're getting
Yeah.
the in the mix.
So I mean, if you're giving up on Lukaku and Ronaldo as premiums, then
Hmm.
by all means go these two players to kind of save it, just make up the points basically.
Right, and then that means your bench is actually will be Jones.
Well,
Jones will be on your bench.
you are now minus
Yeah, but
one there.
-1.
right. So here what
How
you could do, right?
much?
So
Jukure more expensive than the other two, or they could bring him down
Very
to
cheap
Townsend?
there when
nah,
you work it out.
You're trying to break your
nah,
hat.
it can't be, it can't be. Yeah, I
Okay,
actually
though.
might
Okay,
actually
eh?
go since you're playing of
Get
three
rid of
four three,
Duffy.
right? You can get rid of Duffy or Livramento, right?
Or
And
Aspi
just
could go down
go
to
down
Rudiger.
straight.
Aspi could go down to Rudiger as
Or
well.
Ash, we could go to Rudiger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
short
So
start already go.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
sure,
could go.
start to Rudiger.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. And that way your team setup be nice. You
Right?
have no
All right.
problems
Another.
again.
And you have 0.1 in the bank.
I still
All
have point
right.
on, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is our makeshift wild card
Hmm.
simulation or mock-up. So what we'll do, obviously I cannot go forward and make transfers, but
Yeah.
our starting
Yeah, you can go
backline
ahead.
will be Rudiger, Cancelo, Janssen,
Janssen, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we play 3-5-2. All these midfielders will start, and of course all three mid strikers. And Salah is your captain and
No,
Vardy
it
is your
will be
vice.
four. It would either be four or two. 4 midfields or 2
No, well, all
strikers.
those are all. I think you could start all 3-5-2.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but who
one
you
in
drop then as a
front, you drop
striker?
in front. You can't drop them in
Oh
them
no,
strikers.
sorry, right, 3-4-3,
Yeah.
3-4-3.
Yeah.
3-4-3.
So
And
we'll
Jones
drop-
Jones will
will
be the
your
backup, yeah.
yeah, Jones is the backup.
your
Yes,
first
my
sub.
bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
3-4-3. Your captain Salah and your vice captain Vardy.
Yeah.
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 Or even to if you're even looking to try to be different, you could captain one of your strikers across the board. dependent on the fixtures.
Yeah.
Or Son.
Like let's say
Son against
Or the
Newcastle
Curry.
next week.
or Son
Or
or
the
the
Curry.
Curry. You know,
You have options. You have
depend
options.
Yeah.
depend on depending on your fixtures. Because how I think about it too is that if you're picking your team based on a few captains, not just one. Now. Although Salah could be a permanent captain, you also have options in case he catch a
You have
bad
options for your
form.
vice. You have options for your
Yeah,
vice captain.
Yeah.
yeah. So
And
let's say Salah playing now. Yeah,
funny enough, this team has the 5 or at least 4 main contenders for captain for FBL. So Salah,
Mhm.
mm,
I want to put the Curry in that conversation only because of his consistency. Son,
mm,
Vardy, and Antonio. So actually, yeah, well, and even Jesus is not a bad shout as well. He has been consistent.
yeah,
I know men mightn't
yeah,
take that risk and captain him, but the Curry, Salah, Son, Vardy, Antonio are great options and
yeah,
and should be on any captain pool that anybody running.
yeah,
For FPL, yeah, I think these are great
yeah.
options. Yeah.
The only problem I could foresee with this team is that the Trent missing off Trent. So
Yes.
that's the only problem. You have to
And
you
bringing
have
him in will be
that's the only
tricky.
problem.
No,
Yeah,
drop
that's the only
Jesus.
problem that's the only problem I could see this team having if you're looking to get Trent back in your
Yeah.
side. That's the only
Yeah.
problem I would see.
You'll have to
Other than
drop
that, the
Trent
team
and
is solid.
Duffy.
Yeah, Duffy's a
Now,
4
Yeah,
pointer.
drop Trent and Duffy to get those points.
y-
So
yeah,
that's about what?
y-
12.9. I need more. Ooh, you might have dropped Rudiger or
now
something.
you might have to get rid of either Cancelo or Rudiger,
Yeah, yeah,
and
upgrading one of them to
To
Trent,
Trent.
and you
and
get
then
Yeah.
either
and
Well, I
then
will upgrade
and then
Rudiger any day.
yeah.
Cancelo,
you
I
kind of
will drop Cancelo.
and then based on your fixtures, you might probably drop Jesus to downgrade to like a Tony or Armstrong or
Or
even
even
Yeah,
cheaper,
Wang
or
Chan
Wani Chan, or
a
yeah.
Pookie and
or
play 3-5-2.
yeah, and and exactly. So that's what you could do too. But that's the kind of thinking I put behind when you're wild carded and planning the team for
Exactly.
FPL now.
Exactly.
Look forward to kind of players who you're missing out on and want to bring in and what's the options to bring them in now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, all
The
right, guys. I think
same thing
we'll.
goes with Vardy to go up to one of the premiums if you're really
Yeah.
Yeah.
missing out,
If
right?
if if
That
you're
is a
missing
No,
out.
I
2.2
wouldn't.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Agreed,
won't.
agreed, agreed.
I won't. But that was my original plan. I had Vardy from the beginning, but he's been performing, so
Yeah.
I can't get rid of him.
Yeah, yeah, it can't
So
get rid of
yeah,
consistent performance. If
yeah.
things change, if a certain guy, a certain Portuguese, change his form, fine. If not, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we
Yep.
satisfied here,
I'm
I
good. Yeah.
cool. I cool.
right? And it's a bit it's different, and it's still have your big boys in there. Can't vex. All right. Well, guys, we'll call it a wraps there.
Mm,
Thanks very much to the panel. Guys, so you see how much hard work goes into picking this. We try to do this on the fly. We use stats, we use our gut, we use form, right? We use the past fixtures as a gauge and the coming fixtures as a gauge. So this is what you have to do, even when you just have 2 free transfers, right? Try and think ahead of the not just the next fixture, because you don't need stuck with. And let's say you saw somebody playing Norwich, it wasn't a big team, you're bringing me, and then he has some hard games after and doesn't perform. You want someone at least next 2 or 3 fixtures. Try and think like that. I think ahead of that. And yeah,
mm.
so as usual, happy picking. Please click that save button. I won't in my case here, but please click that save button. And we'll see you guys for game week 8 preview. And of course, we'll try and do some chopping blocks and other episodes coming up as well. So I want to thank my panel again, guys. Thank you very much for coming through. And it was a nice long episode, but it was one that needed some time and some thought. I hope you guys, if you want to click through and you will see the different advice given, great advice from Shamir, Antonio, and Kevin as usual, right? Please take your time and pick, as I said, please try to consider the fixtures ahead and of course your prices. And of course, if you want to bring in certain guys that injured, because we didn't talk about Dominic, if you want to bring back Dominic or if you want to bring back Trent. So those are things to think about. Right. So again, thanks for taking in, thanks for viewing, like, subscribe, share. And as usual, as I said before, happy picking. Thanks, guys.